Today we're showing a table full of Sincgars equipment, and I'm going to go through it fairly rapidly. This will be a short video. Okay, so first some pictures of the RT itself, the front. Here's the label on it, and here's a side picture. You can see that it is definitely a used radio, but it absolutely works 100%, and very nice. This is a spare 50 watt amp. It is literally brand new in box. Well, it's not in the box any longer. This is the this is the 7239B, and as you can see, still has the caps on it, and the caulk paint is magnificent. The next item here is this is a later VAA system. By the way, both have the mounts, as you can see. This is, I think, the 7239E mount, and it has some neat features. One of which is it allows you to control the local remote from the front panel. And as you can see here, what we've got here, and normally, I think I did a video on this too. Normally, it's the bottom radio that gets the GPS RF data from the antenna and then generates the serial stream of the GPS location. This allows you, it's called a TRM adapter, or trim adapter. TCS adapter. TCS adapter. It then outputs the serial data from the radio and allows you to connect two remotes that will let you do situational awareness. These remotes, I'm not sure if this has situational awareness, but the later one definitely does. Anyway, this is a really minty system. It's never been installed. I'll take a quick look around the back, and here's the second. You see all the caps are still in place, and this I had to remove from the main connector to allow the VAA to slip in place. Okay, next we have a bunch of miscellany. We've got an LS671, also never installed. Interestingly, this is in Arabic. We've got some LS671 cables. We've got a locking kit, and this goes in here to, if you're in a vehicle, you want everything locked up. So we've got these. We've got a bunch of these W4 cables. Here's a installation kit for the mount for one of these. LS671. Here's another LS671 cable, as you can see, unused. Here we've got the somewhat traditional handheld remote control. This is a great unit. This one in particular looks really minty, really unused, really nice. And it's got the Y connector for audio and for control. This is a later model, although not the latest model. This is a later model remote. This is kind of neat. I've used this. I powered it up. Works fine. It's more like a bitmapped display as opposed to sort of predefined values here that you'll see. It's kind of neat. I haven't done much with it, but it does work. Here you've got the, let me see if the control monitor C11291, and this will control up to 3 radios. This also works fine. There's a video of this operating on my YouTube channel. Some more locking bars. Here we've got one of the antenna pieces. If you're going to run this handheld, you use this, and then an AT271 standard on the end of that. It's a flexible mounting part. And then we have another TCS adapter and some other various GPS paraphernalia that allows you to get GPS into the radio or into the VAA, which is this one. So the first thing we'll do is we'll do a self-test, and we'll watch that pass. All right, says good. We're good there. I'll put it on squelch on. We can turn it squelch off. I should notice that I'm using a VIC-3 system. You'll just probably use a handset. And now let's do a power test. So, of course, we've got this 50-watt amplifier on the side, and I have it going into this dummy load watt meter set on the 150-watt range, and it nominally puts out 50 watts, which is right there where my thumb is. And so what I'll do is I'll key up. And we can see we're getting about 60 watts or so. 60 watts. And pretty stable. We can go through, we could do what the high is without the power, external power amp. It just should be, I think, 20 watts or something, 10 watts. Put it on 30 watt setting, which is the, the middle scale. 5 watts, okay, yeah, that's what that is, 5 watts. Okay, so that seems to work, and then we'll just do a transmission receive test on it. Let's load in 51 megahertz. So we'll switch this to load, if you can see it there, load, LD. And we'll frequency, clear, 51 megahertz. By the way, I had replaced this keyboard at one time because it was, you know, you had to press it very hard. Now this one's perfect, super easy, very easy to use. All right, let's put this back on squelch on. And what we'll do is we'll use this radio to communicate. All right, so we have this handheld radio set to 51 megahertz. This is set to 51 megahertz, and let's transmit. Test, test, test. Yeah, you can even hear the echo. Let me see if the feedback, let me see if I can get further away. Test, 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 test. All right, and let's do it the other way around. We're going to use this handset, which is through the VIX systems connected here. Test, 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 test. This is a test 51 megahertz W2HX test. All right, so as you can see, the amp works. It's putting out the right power. The radio works, receive, transmit, and power test. Please let me know if you have any interest in buying this. Thanks.